Hello and welcome back to On This Day in History. Today is April 11th and we've got a fair few things to go through, so I hope you enjoy. On this day in 1241, during the Mongol invasion of Europe, Mongol forces led by Batu Khan and Subutai defeated the army of King Bela IV at the Battle of Mohi near the river Sajo, a key victory in their first invasion of Hungary. The river Sajo, or Slana in Slovakian, is a river in Slovakia and Hungary. Although the Mongolians won the battle, a year later in 1242 they had to withdraw from the invasion. On this day in 1814, the Treaty of Fontainebleau was signed, ending the War of the Sixth Coalition and forcing Napoleon to abdicate as ruler of France and sending him into exile on Elba. The War of the Sixth Coalition, sometimes known in Germany as the Wars of Liberation, a coalition of Austria, Prussia, Russia, the United Kingdom, Portugal, Sweden, Spain and a number of German states, defeated France and drove Napoleon into exile. If you're wondering where Elba is located, it is a Mediterranean island in Tuscany, Italy, 6.2 miles from the coastal town of Piombino on the Italian mainland. If you ask me, it's not a bad place to be exiled, it looks rather beautiful. On this day in 1913, the cricket pavilion at the Neville Ground was destroyed in an arson attack. The attack was attributed to the militant suffragettes as part of a countrywide campaign coordinated by the Women's Social and Political Union. The suffragettes were the women that were fighting for women's rights to vote during general elections, as prior to the passing of the Representation of the People Act in 1928, they weren't allowed. And finally, last but not least, on this day, April 11th in 2002, in a coup attempt, members of the Venezuelan military detained President Hugo Chavez and demanded his resignation. During the coup attempts that ultimately failed, President Hugo Chavez was ousted from office for 47 hours before his powers were reinstated. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed and found it interesting. I'm Ben, your host, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another episode.